Hey everyone, welcome back to the All Music Matters of That podcast. I'm your host, Brian, and today I welcome some special guests. We got the boys from Death Harvest, and let's see, we got Brett, Jason, Dave, Brian, and Chris, aka Bruffy. How y'all doing today?
Good.
All right, but how you boys been recently? I guess what's new?
Well, we just got done putting out a little EP, a little taster, and we launched our first single with "Death Beside Me," and then we have album coming out this spring, which is going to be nice. We have our first show coming up this Friday, actually, to kind of introduce everything to everybody to Hampton Roads. We're from Virginia Beach, Norfolk, Chesapeake area, out here in 757, and it's a good time.
That's good. And actually, I've interviewed a couple of people out of the Virginia area, and Sacrificial Betrayal was one of the ones I know. So yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Not sure if you heard about
Sacrificial
Betrayal.
I'm sure.
Nope. Close to the Richmond area. So yeah. So.
Yeah, we'll eventually get out that way. I know a lot of different people out there, so we'll be playing around Richmond, North Carolina, Maryland.
All right, sounds good. So, but just to kind of give you guys a little bit of an introduction, I want to welcome you guys to my podcast. And the way this is going to work is just going to ask you some questions, get to know everyone in the band a little bit more, both as the individuals, but also as the musicians as well here too. So, you all ready?
Okay. Yes. Actually, Jason will take the first question.
Well, we're doing it like that. I think we just shout them out. I'll take the first question.
All right. Step up to the plate, Jason. So, the way's just going to ask and actually start off like this. So, Jason, what role do you play in the band? And I guess what's your backstory of how you became a musician?
I'm a drummer. I've been in bands since I was 20 years old, playing guitar, singing, playing bass, and ran out of things to try, so I figured I'd try drums in this one. So I've been playing drums for about 2 years now.
Was it your parents that kind of helped in terms of your music taste? I guess also picking up bass and then eventually taking the drums?
My dad got me into a lot of 70s rock with Pink Floyd, Zeppelin, that kind of stuff. And just as I got older and got into my own stuff, I started with Guns N' Roses and and some of the heavier stuff that wasn't really up his bag. Got a guitar when I was 15, I think, for Christmas, and just kind of took off from there.
Did you play in any bands before you came over to Death Harvest?
Yeah, I played bass in Reverie for a couple of years. And before that, it was a bunch of bands that nobody would ever hear of.
All right, sounds good. So, I guess whoever wants to take over next, I guess, not sure if we want to do Brett, Jason, or.
You got Brian on bass.
We got Brian. All right. So, I guess, Brian, what's your backstory?
Well, I guess about 20 years ago, my best friend who played guitar put a bass in my hand and said, "Here, play this." That's pretty much how I got started playing bass. True story. He just handed it to me and said, "Here, do this." So here I am.
I mean, I'm going to say he's got the Santa Claus sort of beard going right there too. So I thought maybe he works some Santa Claus magic or something.
He does.
On certain occasions.
All right. And I guess, how long ago was that when that friend introduced you to bass? I guess so. Was that relatively recent, or was this a while back when you were still young?
It was about 20 years ago. I was in my 20s. I had played a little guitar before that, but nothing really to speak of. And once he found out that, he said, "Here, you can do this then."
All right. And I don't want to jump into Death Harvest just yet because I think we're going to eventually figure out how you all came together at some point. So, I guess, did you play any other bands before you came to Death Harvest, or did you just kind of mess around doing your own thing?
Nah, I've been in a few locally here. Nothing anybody had ever heard. You know, played a few shows here.
All right. I guess if you want to pass the torch on to the next one.
All right.
Comes Dave.
Dave, guitar player. One of them.
The more good-looking guitar player, we should say. So, all right. All right. And I guess, what's your backstory, Dave? And I guess, how'd you meet up with a Death Harvest?
Well, the singer and I were in another band before this together, Pillbuster, and then I've been playing guitar since I was 11. My uncle was a musician and got me into playing. Touch me. That too.
Sorry about that interrupting you. Kind of make a little joke there. I heard touch me, and then it was
They
like,
were talking to him. That's Brett. That's what he does. Yeah, like I said, I've been playing since I was 11. I've been in a bunch of different smaller metal and hardcore bands, stuff like that, basically.
It's tough.
I guess, did the parents? Oh wait, your uncle actually helped you out. So I guess, did you guys jam together way back in the day?
Yeah. No, I got my first guitar from him. It was one of his when he was a kid. So it was like some cheapo from the 60s, piece of crap that ended up breaking on me, but it was all I had and it worked for the time being. So, and it was before the days of YouTube and all that stuff. So I had to teach myself how to play by listening to it by ear.
The whole mental tabs, if we want to say it that way, especially nowadays with the YouTube videos that give you the
Yeah,
tabs
yeah.
on like how to do all this and that. So, all right.
Yeah, lucky kids these days, man.
Yep, that's for sure.
You ready
All
for
right.
our next one?
Yep, bring on the next one.
We got Bruffy coming. Bruffy!
We got Bruffy.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's
Sir, I'm Chris Bruffy, play guitar in Death. What's our name? Death Harvest. Everybody calls me Bruffy, so that's my first name is Chris, but nobody really knows me by Chris. So
Was it kind of a picture of Buffy the Vampire Slayer and the whole bro thing? Is that where the nickname comes from?
well, I've definitely gotten a bunch of. It's definitely my last name is Bruffy, but I've gotten a lot of Buffys over the years and all kinds of other stuff. So it just stuck. Everybody, when I walk into a room, everybody says, "What's up, Bruffy?" So it's true.
I've been there.
All right. In that case, I guess, what's your backstory of how you became a musician?
So I started getting into like hard rock, heavy metal right around 16 years old. Started expressing an interest in wanting to play guitar. Slash was one of my guitar heroes, so I was asking for a Gibson Les Paul at an early age, and my parents definitely could not afford that. But I was fortunate enough to have my great grandfather had a Gibson ES 175 from 1969. And when I expressed an interest in playing, they decided to pass that down to me. And I still have it to this day, but that's what got me started playing guitar. And I actually started learning thrash metal and death metal on a big fat jazz blues style Gibson guitar. And then met up with some friends, got into a death metal band called Bane back in the early 90s, not to be confused with the hardcore band out of New England called Bane, same name. And we played from 94 to 99. And then pretty much stopped playing for a long time. Put it down for a while, just practiced at home a little bit here and there. And then I picked it back up several years later, and here we are.
So we got Bruffy, the guitar shredder. That's a nice little movie title. Hey, he was doing thrash and also death metal at some point, so he was doing some sort of shredding. So yeah.
Yeah. Guess you could say that.
So that's what
Yeah.
Buffy did.
We used,
It looks really awkward playing a Gibson acoustic electric when you're playing death metal.
Yeah, see, this is right here.
that's for sure. Did you know anyone in Death Harvest? I guess we were good friends with one of the members, or maybe a good few of them.
Yeah, Brian is my brother-in-law actually. So we've known each other for quite a little while, and he pretty much kind of got me off my ass to go jam with him for a little bit, and he was already jamming with Jason at the time, and then I believe they were jamming with Dave and Brett on another night, and we were kind of writing similar music, so they decided to kind of see if the two projects could blend together, and they did. Worked out really well.
That's good to hear. And did I miss anybody else? I wasn't sure if I missed anyone who deal with the first question right there.
I think we got everybody. Did you give your history?
No. He's the front man. He's got it.
Yeah. We didn't get our history from the front man. We got to do that. And here's Brett.
Yippee-ki-yay.
We got Brett back on. So I guess before we jump into the band, I guess Brett, what's your backstory of how you became a musician?
I don't have a backstory. I mean, I guess I've who doesn't want to sing on stage, right? So I think as a little kid, you always dream of doing some weird stuff on stage. Bruffy, became the Vampire Slayer on stage. But I don't know. No, I was in a couple different bands when I was a teenager. Got back into it in my 30s, and really I just quit and didn't want to do it anymore. Then I had a guy named Mike Chappell call me and said, "Hey, why don't you come have a beer and sing into a microphone? I got a drummer and another guitarist that want to jam." And I said, "All right." And Mike Chappell ended up leaving, and I'm stuck with these guys. So we formed a band, and they're pretty cool. Some of them.
I don't know if we should say that last part out loud. We might end up losing some members.
That's okay. That's all right.
Yeah. I should almost sound like it was a karaoke sort of night right there too. So I was like, just getting over probably. I guess what were you kind of singing back in the day? And it could kind of tie in with influences. Were you kind of singing more of like a power metal sort of thing, or?
Yeah, my influences are punk rock, man. So I grew up on, just a lot of different things from Misfits to Circle Jerks to, just then I got into Fugazi and, all types of different stuff. So I mean, they're more metal than I am. I'm not very much I don't know. I don't really listen to a lot of metal. Do it?
Your vocals have gotten heavier.
Yeah, I mean, I sing a little heavy, but I don't really listen to it. It's kind of awkward, right? I listen to a lot of country music, actually.
Really?
I do. They don't even know that. They don't want to hang out with me after we leave the band room. They kind of just like, all right, well, go ahead and leave, Brett, and I better carry on.
It's like, okay, we got him on the stage. Now get him away from my kids, man. So
Yeah, that's a whole thing.
I guess, do you do anything else in terms of Death Harvest, or do you just mainly sing? I don't know if you do anything in terms of production or play any other instruments.
I do play a mean shaker in one of the songs, but my drummer doesn't like it when I do it, so I kind of leave it on the refrigerator and just instead of grabbing that, I grab a beer. And but no, that's it. I mean, I can play a little guitar if I want to fuck around with something, trying to figure out a chord or whatever. But no, I just sing, dance around, look pretty. That shit. That's what they pay me to do. Well, Bruffy pays me.
At least we hope we get paid. I mean, at least we hope we get paid.
Yeah.
So
That's it.
I guess where did the name Death Harvest come from? And I guess was it mainly you, or was it more like Bruffy and Chris that kind of like helped bring the band together?
Well, we actually had a different name picked out, and the name that we picked out, actually, somebody already had a similar name, hardcore band in North Carolina called Death Bloom, and we were going to name the band Death in Bloom, but then when we went to go trademark the name, I found it to be a little bit more complicated than it needed to be. And so we kind of threw around a couple names, and I threw out the name Death Harvest, and everybody's like, "Oh, yeah, that kind of works." And so anyway, that's what we do.
I know about the song "Death Blooms" by Mudvayne. So
Yeah. That's a cool song.
So I thought maybe that was an idea, but all right, that's pretty cool. So
No,
guess-
our album that's coming out in spring, the album that's coming out in spring is going to be called Death in Bloom by Death Harvest. And I've really got Brooke Studio out in Europe is going to be doing the artwork for it. It's going to be pretty cool. So I'm excited about it. And then we use Dick Hodgen out at Osceola Studios in Raleigh. He does all of our mixes, and then we use Brent over at Kitchen for our mastering. So North Carolina boys.
represent. So yeah. So
That's right.
I guess talk about the EP you guys came out with recently, the Pale Rider. So I guess do a little promotion.
Yeah,
Tell the
so
audience what's it all
Pale
about.
Rider. Well, Jason actually named the EP. It was a song that we had, and then we're like, hey, let's just put out a little teaser. It's not your typical EP. Most EPs are like, 4, 5, 6 songs. But, we wanted to put out something because we had it recorded, and we wanted to kind of share some of the music, and it's actually taken off really well. A lot of people like it and dig it, and we hope everybody that listens to this podcast will at least listen to some of the songs and dig it. But no, we just wanted to put out a little teaser, like I said, and we have a film coming out in spring. A lot of ones that we have currently are already recorded for it, and that's pretty much it. We just wanted to put a little taste out there for everybody.
That's pretty cool. And this can kind of tie to the lyrics. And if you want to spoil anything about the future release in spring, right there, I guess what do your lyrics normally delve into for both Pale Rider and Death in Bloom for your newer release for next spring?
Oh man, lyrics are always a touchy thing, right? You never really know. Some songs will like happen organically as we're in the room, and you can write the lyrics and things like actually happen. Sometimes we'll come up with a song and I'm like, hey, I need a couple minutes, or I need a while. I mean, we have some songs that didn't actually solidify the lyrics till 2 or 3 months later, and I don't really have a certain way that I write lyrics. It's just I don't know, but of course it's a lot of doomy. Deals with loss and love and fear and I don't know, just things we all think about, right?
In the back of your mind, but also when we are in a metal band, we end up bringing it more to the forefront a little bit more. So yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I never really, what's funny is I never write lyrics to say I'm in a metal band. Like, I could give a fuck. Can I cuss on this? I'm not sure. But I don't really care about the fact that we're a metal band. I like the heaviness of the music, but when you listen to the album, you're going to see parts of the album that are not as heavy. And you're going to see a lot of different influences. Like, I'm a big Deftones fan. Love the Deftones. Like I said, I have a lot of, early punk rock influences. These guys, some of the riffs that you're going to hear are very, like, they'll sound like Down or Pantera or, some of those heavier style bands. So we're just really into making the groove and making it thick. And, we're sitting there going, hey, we like this. When I write a lyric or anything, I could give a shit if who's going to really like it. I don't write it for people to like. Or for it to rhyme or anything else like that. I want it to just mean something. I don't know if I'm explaining it right.
Yeah.
So
That's good.
there you go, Dave. Thank you, Dave.
I got your back.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that.
I'm the cheerleader.
Yeah, there you go.
Dave's our moral support. So yeah.
That's what I do.
He is, really. He really is.
You can tell I have the most kids, probably. Actually,
Well, I
In
would
other
know
words,
that means.
he's the one babysitting all the kids. So yeah.
Well, so Dave has a nickname, D-Mac.
oh, here we go.
Um,
If my wife sees this, I'm dead. So,
that
I told you guys.
you know, his wife doesn't know I'm wearing T-shirts that say D-Mac on them for our show. But yeah.
I mean, everyone's got a nickname to go by. I guess.
Yeah.
I'm actually curious.
D-Mac.
Do you guys
Yeah.
have like? I was gonna say, do you guys have stage names you guys go by, or you just kind of roll with? Hey, I'm Brett. Nice to meet you."
No, that's weird. That's totally weird. You know, for the bands that do have stage names, you know, you're. I think you're weird, but you may think I'm weird, so I don't really care.
I don't know. I do like some Norwegian black metal, and they get some good nerds.
But they hug trees and shit and fuck them, don't they?
No,
They're always fucking trees.
no, they get lost in the woods. Crazy to find them, but
And then their names look like a bunch of sticks intertwined and
yeah,
shit.
well,
That's like metal.
that is metal.
Yeah.
Deer antlers, right?
Yeah. That compared to us, you know.
I like that stuff though.
So at least get an idea of what his taste in metal music is. So yeah. I guess just real quick.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
I mean, you can go around the room. I'm sure all of them are probably different in what they like metal wise, but me, if I'm gonna listen to something, I'm more into like the, you know, doomy, you know, whatever. I don't know how to answer that.
I'll go everywhere when it comes to metal. You know, some of the first stuff that I got into was like Suffocation. Oh, sorry, now I'm being called out. Suffocation was one of the first ones that did it for me when it comes to death metal itself. Old School Cannibal, of course. Those are the main ones from there. But I also got into a lot of hardcore stuff after that. Earth Crisis, Hatebreed, Snapcase, the whole Victory Records scene that was going on in the 90s was good. But I mean, I'll bounce all over the place. I'll listen to classic rock. I'll listen to Alice in Chains is one of my all-time favorite bands. So Soundgarden. So really, there's nothing set. Like if you were to say what's your favorite band and what's your favorite song, I could never answer because it's whatever I'm listening to right now. Because yeah, it's like, you know, ooh, squirrel, I'm chasing that song right now. You know what I mean? So
so in other words, we circle E, all the above. So
pretty much, yeah. There's something good in every aspect of music. I can find something to like out of it. You know what I mean?
that's true. But since you
What you
mentioned
guys are
Cannibal
doing
Corpse
right
and Suffocation, I'd say get this guy a beer. So yeah.
Yeah, Suffocation is one of my all-time favorites. Effigy, when I first heard that, it just that one. Did I always see Acid Bath is another big one I'm into, and they're out touring again, which is amazing because most of us haven't been able to see them. I never got to see them in the '90s before the bass player died. So,
I saw.
yeah. The bass player and guitar player, the other one, got to go see them recently. I didn't get to make it, but yeah. We're
Yeah,
trying to push
keep
Brett
going
towards a
down
little bit more metal.
Yeah, I try to convert him to the dark side in a way. So
That's right.
Sorry about that.
We'll get him there. His balls dropped last week, so we should be able to get something going. Bruffy, Brian.
What
Right.
are we doing? Oh,
let's keep going down the line.
I'm
here.
back again. I'm back. It's funny, because my influences match yours.
Yeah.
Alice in Chains is huge. That's my favorite band of all time for sure.
Underwear matches Dave's too.
Yeah.
Actually, they might be Dave's underwear.
He picked him up on it. We gotta do it once.
I get the most shit in this band, by the way. I'm the one that gets picked on the most, man.
So we're
Not sure if it's my name or if it's the fact that I'm the only one that's not married. And there's, I don't know, something.
What's up? Like, do we need to talk about your girl? What's my
But yeah, Alice in Chains is definitely like a desert island band for me. But I was influenced at an early age, thrash metal, power metal, pretty much all of the above, even a little bit of glam or hair metal or whatever you want to call it. I liked a few things back then. The heavier, the better, though. But then Alice in Chains came around and just kind of blew my mind. And I was way into death metal at that time. Suffocation, one of my favorites of all time. Cannibal Corpse, Deicide, Morbid Angel, Swedish death metal, all that. And then in the mid 90s when music sucked, with new metal and all that stuff, it kind of all lost me. So I just was kind of like just listening to all the old stuff that I loved. And then I guess Tool kind of came into play. I really got into Tool a little bit later than most people, but and then just started following a lot of more technical style stuff, like Between the Buried and Me, one of my favorite bands now. Just following all those shredders. Yeah, cool. Horns for Between the Buried and Me. Nice. But I've always had a love for Black Sabbath and that stoner doom kind of vibe, heavily into Down, The Sword, Monolord. Monolord.
I like old school.
Shit, I'm into a ton of that doom kind of stuff right now, and that's kind of, I've been into it for a little while, and that's kind of what influenced my riffs more than anything. Although I feel like Alice in Chains and Deftones both kind of come out in my playing.
Shrimp Shack.
And you should know that I got three guys over here all trying to give me shit at the same time while I'm trying to do this. So. But yeah, so I've been following that kind of stoner doom vibe for a little while, and that's heavily influenced this project. I think we don't sound like any other doom metal band. You can definitely pick up a lot of different influences in our style, but that was what motivated me to get in here and start doing this.
Yeah, I definitely picked up on the doom element when I was listening to your songs earlier. So yeah.
Right. Cool. Because that was what I was going for. That's cool.
All right. I guess you want to move. Bring in the next person.
Jason, step up here.
I don't even listen to metal.
He's wearing a purple ring.
You don't even
Look at this guy.
I mean, yeah, I'm wearing a Prince shirt, so I mean, what can I say? I mean, I'm into like Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, and classic rock stuff like that.
All right, Bruffy and I
I'm a big fan of Alter Bridge. Big Wreck is a huge Canadian band that I love. I like Metallica. I mean, who doesn't like Metallica, right? I mean, Brian doesn't like Metallica.
What? Oh, Metallica. Okay.
I mean, if you are a metalhead, I think liking Metallica is sort of a prerequisite. So we hope we like Metallica. So
I like the bands that Metallica liked, like Queen.
Diamond Head.
Good answer.
I want the old school bands. That's me. That's for sure. All right. I guess whoever wants to come up next.
Brian?
He's like, get him out of here. You're in the middle, like, get out.
I can't look at this guy anymore. This is embarrassing. So yeah.
What's up, man? We talking influences?
Yes, sir.
All right.
They make some.
So I mean, there's no names I can mention right now you haven't already heard, but
Well, it's not my cock. How big it is and heavy.
but my interest, my musical taste is very, very wide. Listen to a lot of different stuff, metal, pop,
Your tool is.
rock, even some rap back in the day. I've got an 11-year-old daughter, so I'm well versed in K-pop.
Oh, God.
You know,
This is what
Yeah. This is on the cutting room floor right there.
yeah. So yeah, most influences is rock. Tool, big Tool fan. Black Sabbath,
I'm a big Tool thing.
Zeppelin, all the classics. And I had a couple older brothers that turned me on to all that stuff. the Queen and Dio.
I like Guitar Player Troubadours.
Did I lose you with K-pop?
Not really. Not really. Actually, I've heard it a couple times, but I was thinking like how bad the house is bumping whenever they start blasting the K-pop and all that.
If any of your listeners have 11-year-old daughters, they know what K-pop is.
Not yet for me. I think we're working. I think we're working that way eventually. So, all right. All right. Thanks for sharing there, boys. So, wasn't sure. Did we miss anybody
All right,
else?
so
In terms?
Here comes Brett. Brett's coming back.
You already knew about me. I already talked about that.
I think that's it. We covered all the.
I mean, he's wearing cowboy boots.
Yeah.
He's wearing fucking cowboy boots, man. So yeah.
I got a fucking horse on my shirt, buddy. Yo.
Y'all know you're a country boy when you got a horse on your shirt. So yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. So I know we've been having a good amount of fun so far, but I do want to ask about the question about in terms of COVID. So I wasn't sure what you guys were doing in around COVID or whether Deaf Harvest was around at that point, but how bad was COVID for you
Absolutely
guys personally, family wise, and then music wise?
Well, a lot of these guys in the room had COVID. I think everybody on Earth had COVID at some point. They just called it something else. Some of them were, differently, affected differently by it. I know David, every once in a while has some remnants of it, and and Brian, I think had a little issue with it. But I think so me, on a professional level, not talking music, I run car dealerships. Okay. So, I manage about 300 employees. So as far as when COVID happened and everything, it was really, trying to figure out how to save people's jobs to make them be able to work and to work things out. And COVID was interesting. I mean, it was a time in everybody's life where we kind of, a lot of it was actually, you got to kind of slow down a little bit, just kind of look at what you're doing and how you could do things a little bit differently. I mean, a lot of people interacted, only through the telephone and through video, just kind of like how we're interacting right now. Right? It's not like everybody was all high-fiving. I've got a 17-year-old, and when COVID happened, he was a very outgoing young man, and now he's become a very introverted young man, just because people went to, hey, we're only talking to people on gaming or streaming or things like that. It really changed, I think, the human touch and human interaction that we used to know, and just is what it is. So, now that COVID's not such a thing, it's nice to see everybody going back to shows and trying to go back to, I know that some people are still affected by it and have been affected by it for a long time. And that's really my thoughts on COVID.
I got some thoughts on COVID.
Okay. Well, Bruffy has something to say about that.
Yeah.
There we go.
I definitely
got something to
definitely got
say,
something to say
so
about COVID. So
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
yeah.
This is where we hang up. Sorry.
Yeah, I won't say the second. No, I won't say the next line. So for me, the thing that sucked worst about COVID, besides everybody being sick and all the all the bad things that came with that, was missing shows. Like going to concerts, I go to probably 20, 30 shows a year. Missed out on seeing Faith No More and Helmet because I think it was Korn was the headliner, I think. And that show got canceled and never got rescheduled. Between the Buried and Me was doing a anniversary tour for The Great Misdirect. That got delayed. At least we finally got to see that. That was cool. But the coolest thing for me with COVID was that it got me back into playing guitar on a regular basis because I didn't have much to do. I got furloughed from work. I was out for 9 weeks. So I started looking at guitar gear, and I really started kind of geeking out on guitar gear for a while, and playing guitar on a daily basis. And one of the songs on our EP, "Death Beside Me," I wrote all the way back in 2020 when I was furloughed. For the most part, we did some rearranging and stuff a little bit here and there, but so COVID, like, honestly, if it wasn't for COVID, I wouldn't be standing here doing this interview with you and being in this practice room with these guys. So honestly, if you go all the way back to that, that's the reason I'm here. So that's my COVID story. Cool. Anybody else got a COVID story?
I think.
Yeah, not too sure if anyone else
Another
has
question?
COVID stories or whether it's
Yeah.
I got too many.
Yeah, we got some pretty bad COVID stories from a couple of other members. I don't think they really want to get into details on that. So
I see. That's fair enough. So, but is everyone's families okay? I just want to make sure is everyone doing okay.
So everyone on combo? Yeah.
yeah.
My wife's stuck with long COVID. She had to medically retire from her job because of it. I guess I have to come. Yeah, no, my wife had to medically retire. She was one of the first ones in Virginia that had COVID. And yeah, she's got long COVID now. She's completely just not even the same person. She used to be very active. Kickboxer, would work out 5 days a week with me. Now she can't do any of that stuff at all.
Nicer.
So Brett says she was nicer, so hopefully she won't watch this. So, but but yeah, she's got that for the rest of her life. She's not even allowed to do any kind of job for the rest of her life now. So
Give him a patch.
I'm sorry to hear that, mate. So
yeah,
I hope she's doing okay.
yeah. That was probably our biggest issue, like as far as like in our family. But yeah, just like Brett said, just everybody losing human connection was pretty bad. But other than that, yeah, it's just other than my wife, I don't think anybody else in my family got it terribly bad. So
I see. So
what about you?
I want to make sure. Does anyone else want to share real quick or?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
All right.
That's it for that one.
All right. But in all seriousness, blessings to you and the families out there. So keep doing what you're doing. Good to have you boys here along here for the ride.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
But it does still kind of stick on the topic of COVID, but more so with the music scene. So you guys said you're from the Norfolk, Virginia area there too. So I guess how's the music scene been in your neck of the woods post-COVID? Because I think you said about a lot of shows getting canceled.
During COVID, a lot got canceled, but now everything's back in full swing again. Really, I haven't seen any kind of issues recently at all. Like it's like it never happened, really. I don't think there's any kind of lasting effects. Brett and I, when we first started playing shows after COVID, there were a couple where we had to take tests outside to show them that we weren't positive before we could even go in there. That was one with Murphy's Law. Yeah. Yeah. So that was weird.
That was interesting.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there, the singer from Murphy's Law sitting there, and we're sitting there shoving shit up our nose.
Yeah.
It's crazy as shit. And I'm like, you good? He's like, you good? Yeah.
Before you could go in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know his name, but me and him, we were sitting there going like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we don't have anything like that. No kind of restrictions anymore. Nothing with masks or anything, or 6 feet apart or any of that stuff. So it seems like everything's right back to normal.
I was going to ask,
Where are
is there
you
more
at?
of a middle? I was going to say, is there more of a middle scene in and around Norfolk, or have you guys got pretty diverse in terms of like rap, hip hop, and all that stuff?
That's a great question.
I'll put Brett in on this one then.
Hey,
He's the cowboy, so don't listen to him.
so you have a lot of people that love metal, right? But I feel like you have a lot of interesting interactions with the metal scene. I think the metal scene used to be way more vibrant back in the day. Now it's just weird. There's just a lot of venues in this area are pay to play venues, and I hate how that is. So I like to play shows that are either free or, the most that they're going to charge at the door is $5. I'm into more of those shows. I'm not really into ticketed events. I think it's a little silly. Like, how serious do you take yourself? You know what I mean? That's just my take on it. I mean, as far as booking shows and stuff like that, I everybody is involved with having a say of whatever, but I don't really know how to. I know how to answer the question, but I don't really know how to answer the question without hurting somebody's feelings.
Don't do it. All right, full Brett.
Yank.
We're gonna cancel
But
Brett.
anyway, you have some. You do have some really good, solid metal bands in this area if that's what you're looking for. But you've got in Hampton Roads in general, you have a lot of really good musicians. This is a really good hub for any type of music, really, because we're kind of a melting pot. Yeah, because we're so military, in Hampton Roads. So you got a lot of different people that come in, go, and they'll form bands and break up bands and stuff like that. And then, over the years, it's, people looking at each other going, hey, remember that band? Remember that band? And a lot of that's happening just because of all the people that come in and out of here. So I don't know if I answered that question correctly, but there's my answer.
No, that's good. I would say it is more like a diverse sort of scene, to say the least. So we'll give it to you.
Yeah.
You answered the
I
question.
mean, there's some really good musicians. I'll say it like that.
And to answer your question from earlier, I'm based out of Pittsburgh, actually, Pittsburgh, PA.
Oh, okay. So you liking Aaron Rodgers being your quarterback? Are you a football guy?
I see it, but I don't really care.
Okay. I'm a Green Bay guy. That's why I was.
Yeah, sorry about that. So,
That's okay.
actually, I should make the joke. I'm not paid enough to care who our quarterback in Pittsburgh is at this point.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
All right. But keep up the music scene, everyone. Keep it going there, too. So,
Yeah.
hey.
Cool.
So now we jump into the fun question of gear. So I guess what you guys
Gear.
got?
You should
All
say
right.
Jason gets his little.
So I will. Well, hold on, everybody. I think he wants to know what type of microphone I use. So I use a Shure microphone. It looks like this.
What about your light?
Oh, and I have lights.
Oh, wait, and a shaker. You got a shaker.
And then here's my shaker. And that's my gear. Next.
Take him over to see your lovely drums.
Let's go look at the drum.
Hey, well, that might get weird.
Sure, you can turn it then.
Yeah, we're gonna try. So that's the drum set. They give me too much shit for having too much shit, but I have all this shit because I hit all this shit.
That's pretty awesome. What sort of brand is that?
It's Mapex Amory, I think is Armory is the name of the kit. And Vinyl Dark Custom Cymbals.
What do you got? DW double bass phone.
Yeah, I got DW hardware and Gibraltar rack. And that's it for my gear.
Bruffy and I are similar. We both use Gibson and Woodwright guitars. We're both running orange rocker verbs and orange cabs, and we pretty much go straight into the amp. And we have effects as well, but most of our stuff, as far as like our gain, is just straight up the amp's gain because it's pretty nasty. It's got a good heavy tone to it. But yeah, we had switched over to Woodwright not too long ago. He also has a couple Les Pauls. I've got a Les Paul, couple SGs, but these Woodwrights just, I don't know, they really fit that doomy tone. I love it. It's pretty nasty. Yeah.
Show him your pedal board and tell
So they're joking my pedal board because I talk trash about his giant drum set. I don't think it's that bad. the little guy next to it is Bruffy's, but I don't even use all the stuff on there anymore because when I switched to the orange, the tones on there are so good I haven't had to use half the stuff like the overdrives or anything to boost it because I was boosting my older amps. Bruffy, would you like to talk about your stuff? After I joked your little...
You pretty much did, yeah. You joked my little pedal board.
We now do the handoff.
I mean, you've said it already. We're yeah. Yeah, well, I'm playing through a Rocker Verb 50 Mark III, and Dave's got the 100-watt, but he just sets it to the 50-watt setting on there. So we're matching up in the jam room here. And I have a Woodwright Revelator. That's the main guitar that I'm using right now. And I got I got a Les Paul that I'm using as a backup right now. We both really like the tone and the shapes, the body styles of the Woodwright guitars. So we switched over to that. Actually, he switched over first, and when I saw his, I got jealous, and I had to get one for myself. So, and they didn't have the what's the Woodwright called?
That's the Warlord.
The Warlord, yeah. They didn't have another Warlord. I didn't want to have the same color guitar as him, and they didn't have the other Warlord available. So they had the Revelator, and I had to get that.
Which is
And it's pretty sick. Yeah, it's pretty sick. So normally I'd be all about the Les Paul, but there's something about that Woodwright that just fits for doomy kind of metal. Yeah. Oh, the Barbarian pickups. Yeah. There you go. So, but it's a pretty simple setup for me. It's amp. I got a few modulation pedals on the board and a wah, and that's pretty much all I use.
I did forget to ask you and Dave, do you guys actually do a little tremolo picking and maybe some of the stuff like Terrence Hobbs does on Suffocation? Does he do that? I forget what they call the slide sort of effect or dive bombs. Do you do dive bombs?
Oh no. Well, yeah, you don't. I know. I don't really play a lot of lead. I'm not much of a lead player at all myself. But Dave, yeah, none of that in there. But that, maybe that's coming on the next album.
Yeah, I did a lot of that.
A lot of pinch harmonics. Dave loves pinch harmonics, and he does them just to piss Brett off because Brett can't stand them. So we try to sneak some in from time to time.
Wait, you hear my drum fill.
We like to torture Brett. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
He's a cowboy. He can take it.
Yeah.
Actually, correction, it's more of a punk cowboy mixed in with a metal band. So yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
There you go. Yeah. That's it. A punk cowboy playing in a metal band. See, he called it a metal band. It sounds like a metal band, doesn't it? We sound like a metal band. Yeah, we had a big argument over whether we're going to call ourselves.
Yeah.
Oh, the hard rock.
What was that?
I would say if it's down two guitars, a bit of heaviness to it, and some harsh vocals, then yes, you are a metal band.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yes. You just pleased 3 out of 5 of us.
Yeah. We're a metal.
Well, not only that, the punks like to take it faster, so that's what I would say.
True. Yeah.
Plus, the punks don't
We'll get
sound
them
very
set
good
to
in
this.
that. Yeah. All right.
We'll start
I guess,
tapping the wrist like stuff.
I was gonna say that Brian want to step in next to say what he uses for his bass.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Come on in, Brian.
Does anybody
Does anybody care about the bass? Yeah.
Yeah, because you got a dark glass amplifier.
Hey, yeah. So my main bass is is an Ibanez. I've got several Ibanez, Warwick, Music Man, Fender, of course. But it's the Ibanez is the main piece. I got a couple pedals on a pedal board. Nothing really to talk about. Run through a dark glass amp and Eden cabinets. Going old school with the stack, 410, 115 Eden cabinets. My back doesn't like it, but it sounds good. Yeah, and that sums up the bass gear.
I'd say that's the point when you know that you've reached old age. So yeah. So
Yeah,
when the back does like it,
it's rough, man. Yeah, somebody in this room is gonna have to help me carry these cabinets in.
I've got to ask, Brian, do you play with a pick or do you play with your fingers?
Fingers off. Yeah. Yep. I tried to play with a pick early. Just didn't feel right. Didn't like it. And I think Jason made a comment one time, playing the bass with the pick makes you want to play it like a guitar. And I kind of agree with that.
Yes, I want to.
Yeah.
Flex is equal.
All right, that's pretty cool. And I actually forgot to ask Jason, what sort of drumsticks do you use?
I actually use the Vic Firth Gavin Harrison signature sticks. Gavin Harrison from Porcupine Tree.
I would say, are they pretty lightweight or they kind of got a little weight to them?
It's a 5B. They're a little heavy. They've got it's like an almost acorn tip on it, but it's more rounded, so they don't break as easy. And they got the bottom half is painted blue, so it's got like a grippy paint, so I don't drop them as much. They got a good rebound off the heads.
Yeah, I'm a drummer as well, so I can relate to losing the grip on these sticks. So
Yeah, not fun.
But I guess we can kind of lead to the next question here. We can start with you, Jason. I guess what challenges do you face these days being a drummer of Death Harvest?
Playing the drums. Yeah, like I said, I'm kind of catching up with everybody else in the experience realm because I've been playing for a couple of years, but I mean these guys have all been playing their instruments for 20 some years, so I'm the newbie when it comes to the instrument I play in this band. So there's a bit of an uphill walk. I made the joke when I joined the band: there's two things you're not going to get, and that's double kick and drum solos. Because I can't do either.
Steve Ross. Yeah, in the beginning.
So in other words, when the other person has to leave the stage for whatever reason, we shouldn't count on you to do any sort of solo work.
So really, I'm going to.
What's that?
I guess so.
On my drum solos and.
Yeah, that's a no.
All right, I guess whoever wants to come in next.
Was that for gear?
You want to talk about my shakers again?
No,
'Cause that's where
no,
we're
it's- Actually, I wasn't sure if this was more about challenges now.
Challenges? What challenges? Like what challenges within the band?
Maybe schedule.
Yeah, schedules. Schedules are kind of weird. We all have kids. I've got 5 kids. Dave has, I think, 12. 11 of them are like he knows about. The one, when you just get a message like last week on the other one, right? Right?
Yes, it was yesterday.
Yeah. Letters to DMAC.
Yes, that's my podcast.
Dear D-Mac.
Dear DMAC. Dave's podcast, Dear DMAC.
And you said fuck with you.
What?
And you said that you're the one that gets fucked with.
I'm not the one that gets fucked with.
You said that earlier.
I lied.
Just bad out of it.
But no, I think really, we're all just grown ass adults trying to, do some music for fun. So yeah, that's the only challenges that we have. Other than that, we all get along. As you can kind of tell, we just poke fun at each other and keep it light and keep rock and rolling. One thing about writing music too is like, everybody's opinion matters, which I think is cool. So we try to work it out the best we can. If someone feels strongly about an opinion, then we listen to it and we kind of go from there.
Wasn't sure if like anything with finance or marketing was also kind of a factor as well.
No, we do our marketing. So I do Metal Maria with Adrenaline PR, handles our marketing. She's the one that founded Lamb of God and Megadeth and Metallica. Do you know who she is? Yeah. So that's who handles our stuff. She's really cool. She's always worked with me really well. And, I kind of deal with that with her. And that's about it as far as marketing.
I don't know if I ever heard about the name, but definitely when you hear about the names, Lamb of God, Metallica, and all those other groups, it's like, okay, yeah, she's got a big name and big resume. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she's done really well. I don't know how much stuff she really does with them anymore. You know what I mean? But she's definitely been around the heavy metal scene for a long time. So when you go to do something, you definitely want her involved, and she's worth every penny that you can give her. So she's definitely a cool person to work with.
That's for sure. So
Yeah.
I'll give a nice golf tap. So yeah. So
She's nice to know.
yeah. It helps to have that connection there too. So yeah. So
Yep, helps have that connection. I've been working with her though for over 10 years. In my last band, Pillbuster, we used her a lot for different promos up and down the East Coast, and we used to do a little bit of touring. But
all right. And I guess whoever wants to step in and kind of like speak for everybody else, for Chris or Bruffy, Dave, and Brian, I guess what challenges do you think
the
those guys
question?
face?
Challenges. I think they have more of a
challenges,
challenge working with me.
Really, like he said, I think he covered it for the most part. It's really just with our age at this point, we're not young kids anymore, so it's not like everybody's got a career or family and stuff like that. So I'd say schedule is probably our biggest issue. But we have set days that we practice, and we all make sure that we can commit, for playing shows and stuff as well. So, but we all understand that life happens, and family first. So, rough stuff. You coming in?
Yeah. Okay, it's not coming.
I can't headbang like I
That's
used
just-
to
I'm just
anymore.
saying.
So yeah.
Hey, that's truth. Because I don't know if you could see it in the video, but there's a big old scar right there that kept me out of practice for 4 weeks because I had neck surgery. So they were just joking me tonight for headbanging at the waist. So that's been a
That's what he tells us.
that's been a challenge, the health problems that come with older age, and especially as a young headbanger. I had the same surgery that Tom Araya had. I don't know if you're familiar with that or not, but it's like 3 or 4 vertebrae fused together, spinal stenosis. So that was a challenge for me this summer. And then the work schedule is big because I'm a restaurant manager, so I work a lot of nights and weekends, which is when bands play. So that's the only other challenge I think for myself. So.
Except for the fact that you are rough.
Well, for the whole band, because they got to schedule gigs around when I can get the time off.
And
So
also, we got scheduled around Bruffy's dates. He's the only single guy in the group, so he's always out there in the streets.
yeah, yeah, I'm out there whoring it up.
Get it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Amy, if you see this podcast, I am definitely not out there whoring it up.
Is
Just so you
in
know.
the streets. Amy, he is one of the biggest hoes I know.
Whenever this airs, Bruffy and I are gonna have to get an apartment together.
Yeah, like Amy, he didn't even invite you to the first show.
Oh, God, that's cold blooded. That's cold blooded.
Actually, the way that you
Going
were
to a
kind of
wedding.
describing it earlier with working the hips and all that stuff, it almost seemed like you're practicing foreplay.
Yeah, pretty much.
I guess
That's
so.
funny.
But if you are dating, congratulations. Keep going there, mate. I'm rooting for you, Bruffy.
Thanks. No, I got a girlfriend right now, and she's awesome. So it's going well. That's going well. So.
Make sure to say love you, babe, so she doesn't kick you out of the house.
Love you, Amy. Love you.
Do you guys say I love you to her?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're there.
You got her in that phase?
Yeah.
Tell us.
Yeah. Well,
Is that you?
because we're all business in here, man. I know, right? I'm not taking marriage advice or yeah.
Hey, Dave. I know this ain't about me.
Yeah. Oh man.
So you get it. So Bruffy. Yeah.
I mean, you
Anyway,
could probably
we
take
should
the
probably
Dave,
move on to
like-
the next question.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you ask Bruffy what his favorite thing to eat is? Oh, Jesus.
Not yet. That's coming a little bit later.
Oh, that's coming up. Oh, that was a question. Yeah, that's that's
will
coming
come
up
up in a
later.
little bit.
All right, what's the next
Yeah.
fun question?
Well, actually, there's one more that we can jump into the fun questions, and it kind of does get a little bit serious, but it's kind of delving into the topic of AI and social media. So, what do you guys make of both AI and social media these days?
It's great.
You want to? Yeah, you want to get on this? I don't really know that I have.
Well, Brian likes it. I don't.
Okay, here we go.
I like AI, and the reason why I like AI is because we always like to build things to destroy ourselves. You know what I mean? So eventually AI will take over everything. Like if you go to type an email or you go to type a sentence or you, like even in a text message, it kind of preloads your text message before it even sends it. And the reason why that is going back to your COVID conversation. We forgot to actually learn how to talk to one another. And so AI takes that, we've lost that essence, and now computers are going to talk for us. They're not only going to talk for us, they're going to work for us. They're not even going to work for us, they're going to write our own music.
That's where I am.
They're going to do AI is going to replace the human element that we all used to have that we gave up during COVID.
How's that a good thing? So
It's
he just gave my
It's
negatives, I think, in that.
it's a good thing because everything redeems itself. Eventually, we're going to come to the sense that once we get through this whole AI shit, we're going to go, oh, wait a minute, why don't we get back to some normalcy? And I think that you'll see a resurgence of people trying to be original again because everybody likes things from the past. You know what I mean?
It goes in cycles. So.
Yeah, it definitely goes in cycles. So let's get this out of our system. You know what I mean? Let's see how it works or how it doesn't work. You know, like in my industry, everybody thought EVs was going to be like the thing, right? So we started putting all this stuff out there. You got to have an EV, got to have an EV, got to have an EV. Well, guess what? We don't have to have right now. EVs, because it didn't make it. You know what I mean? It didn't make it. And so a lot of people are getting away from EVs and going back to gasoline or hybrid engines and things like that. So like I said, everything repeats itself. You know what I mean? So let's get the AI thing out of our system. I'm glad it's here now. Let's love on it as much as you want to. Use it for whatever good intentions you try to. And then let's get back to being normal.
Side note. Another rebuttal.
Right?
So the problem I've got with it is I like organically created music. First off, I also don't like the fact. Yeah, I also don't like the fact that you can't tell. I mean, you can, like, so if you see pictures online, say you're on Facebook or Instagram, whatever, you see something pop up, and if you look close, you might see they've got like 12 fingers, and then you can tell it's AI. But some of the times you can't tell. Some of it's done pretty well. Yeah, exactly. So I don't like how easy it is to manipulate what's actually going on. But again, everything comes back to organic for me. I like us being able to make our own movies, make our own music, have our own entertainment system. I like the human aspect of things. And then, of course, you know, I do love the Terminator movies, and I figure this is it. We're done. No, I'm just playing about it. But yeah, this is it. They're coming. No, but I think you have to have that human aspect of it. You know what I mean? I hate the fact that I can sit there and type in a couple different things and say, I want a picture based off of these 10 things that I just wrote down. You know what I mean?
Want a large hot dog and fucking Bruffy's picture pops up.
So this is what I deal with. No, I just prefer organic stuff versus AI. Of course, it's easy, but sometimes easy can be our downfall, in my opinion. So, and half of what Brett said was my part against it. So, yeah. Bruffy, where are you at on this?
It's like, wait, these are criticisms.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. What's that?
I was like, wait a minute, these are criticisms. So, yeah. That's almost what I wanted to say with Brett, but I didn't want to be rude and interrupt. So,
Yeah.
all right.
No, this is,
But
yeah.
I guess whoever wants to give.
Okay.
But,
He's just a singer, don't worry about it.
yeah. I guess did anyone else want to contribute their 2 cents, or did everyone else kind of speak it?
We good? on that?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, I think we got it.
Just real quick, what social media and streaming platforms are you guys on so you can check out and interact?
So yeah, Instagram, Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on all the digital platforms as far as your Apple Music, Amazon, iTunes, Spotify, all the major ones we should be on everything on there. So yeah, you can find our EP on there.
I'll go ahead and spoil it. I found you guys on Facebook, so your prayers were answered in that case. All right.
Any other ones I missed? That's all we got on those, right?
Yep.
What is it? Big Cartels, where our merch is, but that's all. We have all the links to that off of our Facebook page anyway, don't we? So yeah.
All right, sounds good. Okay, now we can get into the fun questions. So, all right. But as you guys had mentioned earlier, I guess what would be your favorite foods or dish? I don't know if there's a particular dish you guys have down there. In
Sushi!
Norfolk.
I do love sushi. Yeah, Brett and I are definitely sushi heads. The Italian side of me, though, I love Italian food. Anything Italian, I'm good with.
And women. Most of his ex-wives are Italian.
Don't listen to this guy. I should have brought him in. No, I love Italian food, love Mexican food. I'm from Los Angeles.
5 of his kids are Italian.
All of them would be because I.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
maybe. Half Italian.
He's our genius, too, so yeah.
Are you Italian?
Yeah.
You don't look Italian.
Here we go.
So you like noodles?
Jesus Christ.
What? Sauce?
Bruffy, what food do you like? Bruffy's excited about the food question.
It's a restaurant.
Here's a restaurant manager,
Yeah,
so come on, bro. Let's see what you got.
All right.
Bruffy likes edibles.
Edibles.
Oh, hey.
All right.
There we go.
All right. Got a little kicky.
Favorite food. I don't know, probably barbecue. Like pulled pork barbecue.
Like some Carolina style.
Yeah, Eastern Carolina, yeah. You got to represent when you're in Virginia, in the south side of Virginia.
That's right.
We like Eastern North Carolina barbecue.
Like a good chicken.
So, yeah. And Mexican food. Lots of Mexican food.
Virginia does
No.
represent, but
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. There's not a lot of good Mexican food in Virginia, but there's a couple spots. But yeah, that's pretty
I
much
guess real
it.
quick, what does your restaurant tend to sell? Are you more a barbecue joint?
Nah, we're like a kind of like a sports bar, like American fusion style. I mean, we've got everything. If you're in the mood for Asian style, we've got like an orange chicken, and a couple of rice bowls. If you're in the mood for Mexican, we got some great nachos and tacos, and we've got some Italian dishes like pasta dishes, and then we just got like typical bar food: chicken wings, chicken fingers, fries, that kind of stuff. So it's a pretty diverse menu, huh?
chicken wings.
Elevated what? Elevated bar food. There you go. That's what it is.
Probably tell me what it is, and you'll know.
Huh? Oh yeah. You ever heard of Yard House?
It sounds familiar. Is that more of a southern joint?
No, it's definitely it's kind of a sports bar. It's not really a sports bar though. They don't really call it a sports bar.
But it is.
But it is. But no, it's kind of like a Buffalo Wild Wings, but a lot more elevated.
Elevated.
Yeah.
Not sure.
I was gonna say, do you have like all the
Yeah, that'll
TVs in
be-
your place, all sorts of sports and everything
Yes.
on there, like Buffalo Wild Wings?
Yeah. I guess I don't know. I haven't been to a Buffalo Wild Wings in a long time, but like, it's what?
Don't.
Don't. But it's there's TVs in there, but don't really play a lot of sound. So we're not like playing certain types of sports like boxing and mixed martial arts and stuff like that. So it's just football, baseball, basketball, stuff like that. Trying to keep it a little more family friendly.
Touching.
Yeah.
No, we can't do the kickboxing. We're getting people who get all bloodied up and everything. It's like, this is not appropriate
Yeah.
for kids, man. So yeah.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah, whenever I see that, if sometimes it comes up on ESPN or something like that. My job is to see that and then go make sure I change the channel.
Yeah, we can't have that. So this isn't
Yeah.
meant to be PG-13. It's meant to be rated G.
Yes.
All right. So I guess whoever's next.
Brian, you getting in on this favorite foods?
Yeah, tipsy. That's a 58. Dude, that shit was banging. I mean, food. I like food. Barbecue, Mexican, Asian, Italian. Yeah. Soul food? Yeah, I'll eat some soul food. Yeah. Collard greens, yeah. So it's collard greens, man. Collard greens. Yeah.
I mean, Tobias great. He's willing to try anything here too. So I mean, like he's easy
Yeah,
going.
yeah. Food's kind of like my music taste. I like everything.
I would have thought a bit more along the lines of woman, but I guess that would have been too inappropriate. All right.
We'll just leave.
Oh yeah. So I guess want to jump into Jason next? I think we got to know Jason's favorite food now.
Jason, you want to come over here? Or? He said pizza.
24 too. So.
Brian's
just
not going
yelled
to be
pizza
spokesperson for Jason. Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess
What
we got
kind of
Jason
fun
behind the
questions you
kid.
got?
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, Jason.
That was just-
He's taking his symbols apart right now.
Start today.
All right. I'm going to jump to the next one here, but you guys real big movie nerds? I don't know if you have a favorite movie or TV series.
I watch a lot of horror movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now,
Yeah. Oh, you mean like full set?
top of the list is the Bringer Back, and I like the psychological mindfuck horror movies, and some slashers, and all the good stuff, the classics. Yeah, now we're talking about movies. Our favorite movies. Our favorite movies and TV shows. Dave said he's a movie geek, so he's excited to come over here and talk about movies.
All right. I'll give you credit for good choices there, Brian. So, all right.
Yes.
All right. Bring on Dave.
over here to talk about. Yeah, you're up, man.
I'm back. Yeah, so I am a movie junkie. I was just looking at my Fandango library. I've got 1,853 movies on there. I like everything. I like horror. Now with horror though, I also like the old school Universal. Like I'm talking like from the 30s and 40s stuff. But then of course I love all the slashers that started in the 70s and 80s as well. So I run around through all of those as well. But I don't know if I could pick a favorite. Terminator, yes, yeah. I love sci-fi stuff, so yeah. It's hard to pick one favorite though. Like if I had to watch one over and over and over.
What's that porno you were talking about?
No, Predator, the original Predator though. I could get that one going like
Great White Heat? Is that what it was?
Stepbrother.
I do like a lot of comedies too, like the Will Ferrell movies, Step Brothers and all that good stuff, yeah. But let's see, brother. Already was leaving. But yeah, it's hard to pick one. TV shows, I'm all over the place. I watch more movies than I do TV, I guess you could say. Although I do like all the Tulsa King's good. I like a lot of the newer shows on there on Paramount. Those are nice. Where you at, Brett? Oh, Brett's jumping up here now. I don't think do you watch anything at all? Brett says he has no life.
I have no opinion.
He has no opinion. He goes cow tipping. That's the cowboy in him. So.
So where it's no comment from Brad.
Shawshank Redemption for Jason. That's him.
And TV series?
What you got for TV? I liked the old school, the Hero Show. I thought that was good. I liked Lost. First couple seasons of Lost were all right. Yeah, stuff like that.
I didn't hear Jason's TV show. What did he say his was?
Which one? He said he doesn't do a lot of TV shows either. Yeah. What about you?
Okay, yeah.
Oh, Bruff's knocking me out of the way again.
Star Wars, all Star Wars. Yeah. Lord of the Rings is not acceptable, dude. It's only one trilogy.
We're about to fight here.
Yeah, Star Wars, man. Star Wars, but I have a love-hate relationship with it because a lot of the content that they put out lately is not really good. But I will say that Andor is probably the best Star Wars content that has ever been put out, the most adult Star Wars anyway. So if you haven't checked out Andor, check out Andor because it's some of the best stuff ever. Yeah. Yeah, that was a plug. That was definitely a plug. I don't think they'll pay me for it though.
Probably.
And then otherwise, I just like a lot of gangster films, mafia stuff.
Yeah.
Any World War II, Vietnam movies. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm good with all those.
Yeah. That's my jam. A little bit of horror here and there.
I like
But I've gotten away from horror over the years. It's just become more about violence instead of more about monsters and gore, that kind of stuff, So, but that's pretty much it. Star Wars.
I actually forgave earlier. I was doing a Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's what I was doing earlier. So.
Oh, nice. Yeah, nice.
Oh yeah. Leatherface.
Yeah, see, I'm going to be in here like this with a lightsaber. Yeah.
Chris likes a good wand in his face every once in a while.
Call me Skywalker. See what I'm saying? It's constant in this band.
I'm a victim of circumstance. Yeah. All right. Was there anybody else? I don't know if I missed anybody, or is it okay to move on to the next fun question?
All right, I guess we're on the next one.
Last question.
All right. I guess in terms of drinks, what do you guys drink in terms of alcohol and non-alcoholic?
I pretty much, if it's non-alcoholic, I'm drinking water. That's pretty much all I ever drink if it's non-alcoholic. And if it's alcoholic, it's usually bourbon, old fashions, and I love IPAs. So that's pretty much it. As a matter of fact, I'm probably going to have an old fashioned when I leave here tonight. So. What?
I didn't go say that shit, fuck.
Yeah, and Brian's the same way as far as bourbon goes. He's a big bourbon nerd like I am.
Dave likes to.
So.
Water.
And water, yeah, bourbon and water. That's it. That's pretty good. Yeah. All right, who's next? Drinking. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. Huh?
All right, I'm back.
Yeah, you're the soda drinker.
I'm back to wrap this up.
One that's always sober here.
I was going to say, what's your favorite alcoholic drink and non-alcoholic drink?
I like a nice sweet tea. And as far as sweet tea, and as far as alcoholic drink, I don't really drink much alcohol at all.
Consider it every practice.
Corona is not.
Corona. I mean, I don't really consider Corona. I mean, I don't really drink much.
I said water. I meant Corona.
Yeah.
Continue to drink responsibly, Brett. So yeah.
Yeah, I really don't. I mean, every once in a while I'll have a glass of wine, like a good Cabernet. But like I said, man, I'm totally not. I'm like the anti-metal guy, right? But I guarantee you, there's a lot of metal motherfuckers out there that drink a fucking good glass of Cabernet.
Jesus.
I'm letting you know.
Okay.
I don't care.
I'll have you know that there are some crazy motherfuckers drinking a glass of Cabernet. So yeah.
That's fucking right. That's fucking right.
Oh yeah. All right. Did I leave anybody out? I want to make sure.
All right, we got one more question to answer for you. Then I gotta head to the barn. I do have to head to the barn.
All right. I did have one more fun question, but if there's no other questions, I'll go ahead and jump to the last one. If that's all right.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
All right. So this question usually was based in and around COVID way back in the day, but these days it's more so the negativity you're seeing these days, where it's because of political polarization, even COVID for that matter, or what's going on in the world these days. So, given the amount of negativity that you see in the world these days, what would be your message of hope so people can move forward with their lives?
A message of hope. Well, I'm not a very political guy, and I don't think that we're a political band. I think that people are just trying to do the best they can with whatever they're going through or whatever they're trying to be. And I think that people just need to be supportive of one another,
Respect each other.
and respect each other's opinions, and just move on from there. I'm sure there's a lot of different political opinions within the band that we really don't just talk about, because we just like being around each other and we talk about the band. You know what I mean? We talk about different things. I think people get too wrapped up into politics, and at that point, when you do that, you choose sides. And to me, I don't really have a side.
Music.
And I think that all of us in the room really doesn't have a side. We just kind of we can agree to disagree or move on from that. So I think that's the best thing. The best band message is just be the best you can be, and that's it. I hope when you come out to a show or you listen to the music or whatever, there's no, I don't have any political lyric wrapped up into any of that music. So there's never a political message.
Yeah, that's a healthy way of thinking. So yeah. So did anyone else want to jump in real quick and give their 2 cents?
I think Brett just spoke for all.
I think I just voiced everybody on that.
Except for this, rebellions are built on hope.
Because he's Mr. Star Wars.
He just held his wand in his hand real quick. That's why he came out with that.
God.
Jesus, fucking Bruff.
But hey, I'll go
Rebellions
Brett. So, all right. But to put Bruffy to you, Brett, spoke like a true prodigy. So
Thanks, man.
all right. So
Well, man, we really appreciate you having us on, and we appreciate all the things that you do and all the nice questions, and letting us kind of be some goofballs with you. And we look forward to doing this again when the album comes out. I'd love to send it to you, and let you take a listen to all of it, and then we can talk about each song. Instead of questions like this, we could talk about what each song kind of brought to the table. Might be a good one, but whatever you'd like to do.
that's our point. But we'll have to wait till next year to do that. But just real quick, would you guys like to give any shouts to anybody?
No.
Just all our families, I guess.
No, fuck all of y'all.
Wow.
No, of course we want to give shout outs to all our family and friends and everybody else. 757,
Everybody that's done with their shit.
all of Bruffy's Star Wars people, or whatever the fuck. Star Wars. Is it war? Star Trek. Are you a Star Trek fan?
Oh my God, dude, sacrilege.
Okay. Anyway, my phone's about to die, so I really don't care about Bruffy's Star Wars.
All right. In that case, I won't keep you guys too long here too, but I just need to close out like this real quick. So, everyone, I guess today, just to go back to my notes real quick, we got Brett, that sexy devil right there. We got Jason on drums, Dave and Bruffy, aka Chris, on guitars, and Brian on bass. So, these guys are part of the group Death Harvest. So make sure you go check out all the socials, all streaming platforms. Go check out their EP, which is only 3 songs, Pale Rider. So go check it out. It's some killer music. And keep your eyes open for any new material they got coming out next year. So stay tuned for that. So Brett and company, thank you guys so much again for coming on here, mates. So y'all stay safe because you know there's one pretty fucked up world out there. Rock on. Yep. And the last thing I just say pose. Stay tuned, y'all.
Pose.
You have with the horns.
Yeah, horns. Is that